Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. Welcome, welcome, my hearties. I say to you, hashtag FloatI, the first lord of the internet. I thought we'll just pop up, see who's about, and see what is what and who is who. When you're coming on, of course, do remember to tell me exactly where you're watching from. That's what makes it as good as it is. Everybody loves a wee chat with each other. And we love to know that you're watching. So lovely to have you with us at DINKY-DOO. I tell you, tell 10 to tell 10. There's Onion Baji has joined us now. Onion Baji is in Australia. He's down under. Morning, Lord Duke of Dundee, says Onion Baji. So that means that it's about 7 o'clock in Australia in the morning, or is it 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock? 10. There's from 10. Isn't that fantastic? Do you remember me? It's Dexter. Dexter, of course I remember you. How could I possibly forget you? That's what you should be asking. There's Kyle saying, hello, Scotty mate. Merry Sunday from Glen Mavis. Glen Mavis is quite close to Airdrie. Correct, Sir Dundee? On your badge, which time was correct? There's Richard. Richard, you are so generous. I've actually mentioned you in one of the YouTube videos because you're so generous. Thank you for sending me red roses. There we are. We've got a small goal running, guys, if anybody's feeling flush. But tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on your telephones. And what we'll see is the likes will start to increase. And we like the likes. Hi, Scotty, my friend from Darren in Nottingham. How are you, sir? We're Dinky-Doo. My granddad knows you, says Jay. How marvellous, Jay. And now we've got the next generation. Well, 2 generations. We've got your dad's generation and then you. Is that not amazing? Fantastic. What's the chat today? The chat is huge, Kyle. We're wondering why the world's in such a mess. It must be obviously intentional, but who's doing it and why? There we are. Scotty, Dinky-Doo, Scott's thoughts on punk back in the early days. I was never a great punk man, I have to say. The ring through the nose and all that stuff. I didn't really go for it. Guys, see, every single one of you watching right now, please tap the URL for the YouTube channel and subscribe. Everyone watching right now, because this is big. Please do it. Don't go, no, I'm not doing that. Nah. Just actually do it. And there we are. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. I know. Have they been robbed, I ask you, over the last 317 years? Good evening. How are you, Dinky-Doo? Dan, have you won any rewards? Rewards on here, do you mean? Yes, rewards or awards. So there we go. Kyle, any names of world leaders need I go on? Well, Kyle, yes, is it actually that lot? Who's doing it and why? I can't see the benefit. I know they should make a lot of money. So there we are. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Can everybody shout bye-bye to Alex, the dafty? Bye, Alex. Thank you very much. There we go. Did you have a Sunday roast? No, I'll tell you what I had today. It was seafood. So we had the prawns and the mussels. Very unusual for a Sunday, but very nice. So there you are. Hi from Cumbernauld. What's it called, Angela? Cumbernauld. I say to you, Dinky-Doo. My gran says it's all a fix. Well, your gran's probably very wise. She's probably seen it all before. So there you are. Is your news true? My news is always true, Warren. Absolutely. Why would it not be? What would be the point? Was the seafood nice mush? Oh, nice mush. I thought you said nice mush. Seafood was stunning. It's very fresh. Evening from Guruk, Scotch eggs. We love you in Guruk. I was at Guruk yesterday. Have you checked out my videos on TikTok and YouTube? And you will see bits of the Clyde. Oh, it was stunning. And the moon at Dunoon. The moon at Dunoon was stunning. Very healthy. A seafood meal, Scotty. Alistair King, excellent. And you'll know this from Fife. I think one of the best fish suppers I've ever had was in Einster or Anstruther. Can you tell me a fun fact about a WW2 tank or plane? I can tell you lots of fun facts. I could tell you that the man who was instrumental in getting the tank moving was General Ellis, E-L-L-E-S. So there you are. There's one for you there. And also I can tell you, they're all tank corps as well. I can tell you that the First World War tanks, Little Willie and Big Willie, they were incredible as well. And also a plane, Barnes Wallis designed the Wellington. And when he asked the Air Ministry if they could get him a Wellington, they said, not sure about the Wellington, old chap. He said, would it help if you told them I designed it? There we go. What about that? And also, Tom Sopwith, Sir Thomas Sopwith, Tommy Sopwith, T-O-M Sopwith, Thomas Octave Murdoch Sopwith. He went in the 1930s to Germany, I think it was Donny, and he saw them building planes, and he came back to his own factory, Hawkers. He was the chairman of Hawkers. And he said, build me some Hurricanes. And they said, who are they for, Sir Thomas? He said, for me. And then, of course, when the usual disorganized British government came to him in a panic and said, we need fighters. He said, that's all right, I've got some for you. And he had the Hawker Hurricane. There were, my grandpa used to say the best tanks were German made. Well, I knew somebody whose grandfather was personally responsible for bringing down over 500 German aircraft in the Second World War. What about that? Over 500 aircraft he was responsible for bringing down. He was the chief mechanic for the Luftwaffe. So there you are. Now, who else have we got here? I've not been here for a while, Scotty. I've been very unwell. I'm on the mend, but not 100% yet. Alistair, I saw your messages and was very concerned about you. Guys, can everybody shout cheerio to Jambo? He's just earned himself a lifetime ban for being a dafty. There we go. Bye, Jambo. Fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? There we are. War should never have happened. Awful things. No, but Mrs. Lannery, you're right. You're 100% correct. But the people with the big money need to make more money because they're consumed by greed. And a way to make money quickly is to set two sides against each other and then sell them both arms. Yes, engineering, you see. So there we are. Oh, yes, the Luftwaffe. What about that? Opinions on Bucky. We love it. We're a fine place, Bucky. Yes, indeed, we love it. Up there, right at the top of the Speyside, Banff and Bucky. Beautiful, overlooking the sea. Wonderful, wonderful, courageous people, the Bucky folk. Fisher people, of course. The Chieftain tank was by far the best. Chieftain was quite good. What engine was in it, Alistair? Do we know? Or is it, maybe it's a secret, we'd maybe better not talk about it. Hi, matey. Could you say hi to me, old funny matey? Matey, of course I can, matey man. I can always say hi to you. Guys, has everybody followed Scottie McClue on TikTok? You get people watching and they go, I don't follow. No. Get following. Everybody should be following. The Hurricane. Is it true the Americans wanted blueprints of a new plane in World War II to help win the war? Yes, they did. And also, I think the Merlin engine went into one of the American fighters. Now, what was the fighter called? Wasn't the Tornado? That wasn't the name. No, that's a newer aircraft. What was the fighter? The American, the Mustang. I think if I remember right, you had Rolls-Royce Merlin engines in the American Mustang. Am I correct or am I 100% right? Somebody bail us out here. Rolls-Royce engine, I think it was a 4.7 turbo diesel. Alistair, I remember a tank passing me once. Whoa, the heat coming out of that exhaust. Yes, it's the Mustang. ZGX-V1, I thank you, sir. It sounds like a code for an aircraft, that. Hello, ZGX-V1. You're clear for takeoff. Over. So what would you be? You would be a Zero Golf Xerxes Victor 1. Zero Golf Xerxes Victor 1. Please go to runway 03 and wait. Over. Thank you very much. The noise is amazing. Why they're noisy, Alistair. Is that why they've got, are these earphones the tank commanders have, or are the ear muffs? Your favourite plane, says Dexter. But Dexter, we all love the Spitfire, don't we? Although by modern standards, she's quite slow. What did they do, about 400 and odd miles an hour, 420, 430 miles an hour? And they weren't all Merlin engines, they were Griffins as well in the Spitfire, of course. So there you are. Follow us, guys, so you can. If you wish to discuss aircraft, please feel free to do so. We love it. There we are. We can go back to the very start, to the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright at Kitty Hawk. Where's Kitty Hawk? Is it North Carolina? Have I got that right? The chieftain sounded like thunder. Ah, yes, Alistair, you see, you know your stuff. Drones will replace fighter pilots. Well, of course, the pilotless aircraft. There you are, and then it saves the pilots' lives. But is that the way the world should be, or should we take all our metal and turn our swords into plowshares and our spears to pruning hooks, as it says in the book of Isaiah in the Bible? What about that, guys? Hi, everybody. DINKY-DOO. Fantastic. So lovely to have you all with us. Get following. Is this a good time to pop up? Does this suit? When's the best time to suit you? And I'll try and fit in, guys. I tell you. Hoping you're well. Thanks for the video. Which video was that one, Richard? There you are. I tell you, we've posted a lot of videos recently. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, go down to the bottom left and give me a wee click the thumbs up. So I want to see about 10 little thumbs up, bottom left, just below the picture. When I gave the roses, oh yes, thank you so much for that. I'm hoping you are well as well, Richard, and thank you for all your kindness. What's your opinion on David Cameron? Well, he says all the right things, doesn't he? He's a man who fits in with the landscape. But I think that Rishi must have been pretty desperate to have to go outside of all his MPs to get a foreign secretary. So there you are. He's been a prime minister, so, you know, he's probably better known than Rishi, if we're honest about it. Did Rishi not get mistaken for the taxi driver by what's his name in America? The old chap. Biden, Joe Biden. I had to remember. Imagine having to remember the president of the United States' name. That's the impact he's had on us. Although history hasn't been great, we have to admit the Germans have produced fantastic tanks. Zero Golf Xerxes Victor. I think you're 100% correct there. Somebody's on the phone. You're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hi, it's Amy.
Hello, Amy. Are you DINKY-DOO?
Yeah, I've got a joke to tell you.
Is it a clean joke?
Yeah, of course.
Right, go, Amy.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
There.
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 Oh, I see what you did there, Amy. There. Very, very good. Right, there we go. Excellent stuff. Now then, that's the white van off the road. The engine blew in rather than blew up. I got a replacement, just got to get time to transplant it when I'm well enough. Alistair, get somebody to help you. That's actually quite a tough gig, doing a transplant. Am I right, or am I 100% correct? Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube, please do subscribe. We need about another 10 subscribers right now. So there you are. And I mean, for goodness sake, McClue's been around for 40 years, and I've got to ask people to subscribe to a YouTube channel. There should be 1 million on there right now. It's just nobody knows about it. It's the world's best kept secret. So if you can think of a plan how to get that YouTube channel out there. The TikTok's fine. Everybody's discovering the TikTok and we get millions of views. Were you in Still Game? No, but everybody asked that. I was apparently the original inspiration for Still Game. So had I not inspired somebody, then perhaps we wouldn't have had Still Game. Isn't that interesting? There you go. But I never, unfortunately, got a part. I should have got in touch with them because I would have liked a wee part in there. So there we are. Turbo Thrill Spot, of course. Absolutely. Always have been, always will be. Well, not always have been. I mean, I suppose really just for about 43 years. So there we go. Transplant should take about 5 hours. Alistair, it will. I know you make difficult things easy, but get somebody to help. Mind you, Alistair, nobody knows better than yourself. If you get the wrong assistant with a transplant, they can be more bother than they're worth, actually. Get somebody that makes good tea. Are you doing it with the old... Are you doing it with the old chain lift, the hoist? Up she goes and swivel it in. I'll tell you a wee story, Alistair. I had a neighbour who transplanted an engine into his Range Rover, a new heart, a 3.5, using a forklift truck. He took the front off it. I think you must be able to take the front off, and he put the new engine in on the forks of the forklift. Can you believe that, Alistair? Tell me if you think that's true or if I'm just spinning a yarn. I say to you, thank you, Turbo Thrill Spot. I can imagine in the 70s at an Elvis concert. Oh, Mummy, yes. Elvis. There you go. I've got the right tools and the right knowledge. Junior will be on the tee. Alistair, I understand you do indeed. You've got all the knowledge, more than enough knowledge. And if you've got the right tools, I can remember once a dear friend of mine, a terrific craftsperson, and we were stuck. It was a house move involved. And he said, I need to cut this. You see? And I thought to myself, did you like that one, Moby? And I thought, we have to cut this. And I thought, right. And I had I had a little clamp vise for a bench, just a little vise. And we hadn't got a bench. So I said, I'll clamp it in there. And what I'll do is I will hold the vise. I will hold the vise. Just getting rid of a dafty here. I will hold the vise and you can saw it. Anyway, he's sawing this and I'm holding it. It was moving. And he just stopped and he looked at me and went, I can't work like this. I can't work like this. Yes, I've done that myself with a forklift. Also back in the day, I used to do the rope around my shoulders. Alistair, stop. Your health comes first now for you and for Junior. Magnus says, I was in Still Game. Good one, Magnus. We like that. And DINKY-DOO. Somebody on the phone. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hello? Nobody. There we are. Absolutely. I think people panic when they get through. They go, oh, I'm through. And normally they would be able to string a few words together, but for some reason they don't on the phone. I find it very strange. Guys, have we subscribed and have you gone down to the bottom left? I don't think you have on the YouTube channel and given me click the thumbs up. Click the thumbs up. Couldn't do it now. The old body wouldn't take it. Alistair, you shouldn't have to. You know, you've done so many good things in your life. It's time for you to have a wee touch of the feet up, doing things that bring you pleasure. But I know working on cars does. And the old girl here is going to see the light of day. Trust me, I'll keep you in touch with that. Yes, indeed. Very, very important, I say to you. Now, who we got here? You're looking great. I thank you very much, George. Very, very kind of you. Hi, Scotty. Hello, Scheme Life. How lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Marvelous, marvelous, we say to you. Right, everybody, get following on the TikTok. and subscribing on the YouTube channel. What are people doing right now? Post me what you're doing right now. George says, lovely accent, sir. Well, do you know, George, it's not really an accent. It's just the way I've always spoken. And people laugh at it. They say, you're not from Maryhill and you're not from Greenock. And I say, oh, very much so. So there you say it. I tell you. Who else has been involved in transplanting an engine in a car? Love it, says George. You're very kind, George. We love having you on here, by the way, just so that you know. Guys, is everybody enjoying the TikTok lives? If you are, get following. If you're on the YouTube channel, get subscribing. Even a few of you, it makes all the difference. Thank you. I say to you. Now, there we go. Somebody on the telephone. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. This is Aidan here.
Aidan, how lovely to hear you and DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO. I want to talk to you about Still Game.
Still Game, yes. Apparently, I was the original inspiration.
Is that so?
Apparently so, yes. That's what I've heard officially.
Oh, Scotty, I think we've got a problem here. I think I've just shot my pants.
Oh, no, you'd better go and see to yourself. There we are. Puss out. There we are. Anyway, let's hope he recovers in time. And the rest of us will recover as well, I hope. So there we go. Now then, who else have we got? I've done hundreds of engine transplants. I'll bet you, Alistair, have you ever done a V12.5.3? I'll keep that one up your sleeve, I say to you. DINKY-DOO. Poor Aidan. Oh, my goodness me. He'll have to ring the NHS. See what's happened to himself. Probably the excitement. Now, what have we got here? Oh, yes, indeed. Lots and lots of you. We like that. Sir Scotty, Zanzibar, how lovely to have you with us. Scheme Life's laughing his head off at getting a shouty out on Scottie McClue. Guys, I've got 1,200 likes. That's beautiful. Stunning. Sip of water, everybody. General sup. General sup. I thought he said the general's up. I thought, oh no, we need to get him some breakfast. How's form, sir? We're absolutely DINKY-DOO Zanzibar. We could do with improving the quality of our phone calls. I think we'll not bother with any more of them. There we are, until people learn to respect the phones. I've changed a few lorry engines and an inboard boat engine. Now, Alistair, that boat engine, could you do it? Was it an open boat? Did you have to go through the deck? I've even heard somebody went through the side planking. Is that possible to change Gardner diesels? Twins. I've also just bought myself a boat. Excellent, Alistair. What have you got? I say to you, is that you in the pictures? It is. Yes, they were presented to me. Yes, by the radio stations. Is that not beautiful? I tell you. There we are. Guys, we need another. I'll tell you what would be nice. 91 followers on TikTok. 91 of you. So if there's 91 of you watching, please get following right away. Very, very important. Where can I buy your badge? Aha. You don't have to worry about that. If we get 1 million followers on TikTok, which is possible, and 1 million subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is possible. There's no reason not. We just have to tell people about it. As soon as people know Scottie McClue's about on social media, they will follow and subscribe, because that's what happened. Because this is the big thing. You try and think of anything else that does this properly right now on television, on radio, on YouTube, on TikTok, anything else. Come on, tell me, all these lives that you've looked at on TikTok and YouTube, when have you seen one like this, where we actually just talk directly to the people and with the people? That's what it's about. It's a fishing boat. I've got to take the deck up and take it out using a high ab. What's a high ab? Is that a forklift? There we are. Fishing boat. Amazing. So you had to get the deck up to get it out. I can remember a lovely big boat in the January 1968 gales. She foundered at Gourock, and they went down this beautiful big open wooden boat, and she'd foundered on the rocks. Everything split up, all broken. The boat was obviously a write-off, big wooden boat, and she had a lovely big gardener in her. And I can remember the guys, Alistair, putting two big bearers under the engine, and four of them carrying away this engine from the wreck. You know what I mean? Pumping her out and all, and then off with the Gardner diesel, saving it from the wreck. Any thoughts about massage parlors popping up next to the central station? Yes, I just wonder, I mean, are people so stiff in the shoulders that they need to get a massage before they get in the train? I don't know about that. I should get a free badge from Abundant Scotty. I've been here since the very first live, right through. The high abs on a lorry mobile crane. I know it. I was sure that's what it was, Alistair, but I didn't like to say. I didn't want to appear as smarty pants. Daniel Glover says, super scoreboard. Would you like to hear Scottie McClue at Super Scoreboard? Good evening, panel. I was wondering, did you think Smith should have missed that penalty of the day? Well, what do you think yourself? Zero golf again. Do you prefer the Tiger or the Churchill tank? Now, Alistair told me that he reckoned just a wee minty till I see what's what here. I think Alistair mentioned the best tank. What have we got here? The Chieftain. Alistair says the Chieftain's the best tank. Is that correct? There we go. I say to you. Now, what have we got here? Guys, I need another 89 followers. 89 of you. Get following as soon as you can and get subscribing on the YouTube channel. Down to the bottom left and click the thumbs up, YouTubers. I prefer the Challenger, but the Chieftain is great. Absolutely. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. There's Callum has followed. Brilliant, Callum. Jack's followed. Thank you, Jack. Answer the phone, Scotty. Right, ring us up then. Follow and the live there. Connor's followed. Connor, thank you. These are thoroughly decent human beings following Scottie McClue live just for you, saying dinky-doo. We need another 88. 88 followers. You're live on Scotty's phone in? Who's that?
Scotty.
Hello.
Hello, Scotty.
Hello. Who's that?
Thomas Hughes.
Thomas, you just need to give us a first name.
Oh, my bad. I've just got a question for you, Scotty.
Yes.
Do you think the pigeons are government drones?
Do I think
Pigeons are government drones?
Well, there's a big one. I'm going to put that to the nation. Yes, dinky-doo. Guys, what do we reckon? Pigeons are actually government drones. Woo! Guys, I need more followers. I need 87 followers. You do the math. I'm always doing the math here. Gonna get a shout out to Robert Scotty. He's listening now. You can indeed, Mason. Big shout to Robert. You give Craig and Chris a big congratulations on making it to season 4 of What's the Script? Absolutely. Indeed. Thank you for following, everybody. That's beautiful. So we get another 80 of you following. Moeed says, shout me out, please. Have you followed? I think I'll only shout people out if they've followed, and I can see on here if you've followed or not. I have the permissions. We have the technology. I say to you. There we go. I was in Stowe Games with Magnus. Well, come on, Magnus. Spill. Hi, I'm new. My name's Norig. Norig, how lovely to have you with us. And dinky-doo. And you're from Plains AFC. The pigeon was a messenger, but Alistair, he was. Absolutely fantastic. So I know a guy sold a homing pigeon and he had to sell it 8 times before it stayed away. Crazy, crazy stuff, isn't it? That was like the guy that met somebody. He was sitting on a park bench in the cold, in the park bench in the park. You see, surprise, surprise. And somebody came up and said, "What's wrong with you? You're looking a bit fed up." He says, "I can't go home." And he says, "What do you mean you can't go home?" He says, "The house smells." He says, "The wife's got cats." He says, "Oh dear." He says, "Well, could you not go home and open a window?" He says, "What, let all my pigeons out?" Dinky-Doo. You're live at Scottish Phone In, is that?
Hello, Scotty.
Hello, first name, please.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, lovely to hear you. What can I do for you, sir?
I'd like to talk about the Palestinian conflict.
Yes, what about it?
Just your opinions on it, sir. Hold on.
Oh, there we are. His line's gone a wee bit crackly. So there we are. I think maybe he's not helped the Palestinian conflict with that. Did they use pigeons in the war? They used them in the First World War. I don't know about the Second World War. Alistair, my father was a radio operator with the Paras in the Second World War. So I think the radio sets were pretty good and they could probably scramble the messages. Scottie McClue says, Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil, how lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you, guys, I need another 85 followers and everybody get liking. So there you go. We've got, how many likes have we got? 1,600. The most likes I've had is 36,000 in 1 hour on TikTok. Is that not amazing? We love it. Absolutely. Very rude person, the last caller. He needs to grow up and act his age. Well, I think even if he acted, he was acting his shoe size, I think, to be honest. I think probably he's an 8, but he does need to grow up. Yes, I mean, these people are very silly. What they think is gained by that, I will never, ever know. After 31 years of phone-ins, just to get people who really, I don't know, they've just got such a low intelligence. I'll change to TikTok, says Ayrshire Chick. No, Ayrshire Chick, come on here. And have you subscribed? Ayrshire Chick, do me a favor so I know this is working. Go to the bottom left of the picture and click the little thumbs up. Can you see it there? Guys, can all the YouTubers have a look to the bottom left? Am I right? Not right, am I left, you know, at the bottom? And can you click the thumbs up? You're my fave, says Moeed. Thank you, Moose. Can we get a house tour, Scotty? Well, Callum, it's just a bed sit, and I'm sitting on the bed. And that pops up if I get off the bed, you know. And that would be you having had your tour. So there we are. What have we got here? Chris is talking. I know Chris. Very, very strange. I asked you what was going on there. So there we have it. Now, yes, I mean, I think the guy that phoned there, Alistair, it says a lot more about him than it does about any of us. Guys, more followers, please. We need, what did I say? We need 85 now would do it. It was 100, now it's 85. That's brilliant. So if you're watching on TikTok, please do get following as soon as you possibly can. And also get sharing. Barham from Colling. We might just do that, Chris. That would be a very good idea. Let me do that now. There we are. Right, that's him gone. It only takes a second to bar these people and be like that. Wonderful, I said to you. There you go. Ah, yes. Wonder you could just sit blocking them all day, couldn't you? It'd be wonderful. Right, that's that. Now, who have I got here? Wait a wee minty. What's happened here? That's it. Right, excellent stuff. We can't have them ruining it for everyone else. No, but Chris, do you realize that the world gets influenced by the minority, not the majority? So all these baddies and stuff like that, let's really sort these people out. That's what I say. Good selection of bonnets, Scotty. You're a class act. George, you're very, very kind, and I'm very glad that you're enjoying it. There's red roses wanted there if anybody's feeling flush, but you never, ever, 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 ever have to give anything to Scottie McClue. We are free. There we are. I tell you, George, thank you for all your lovely comments. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Fantastic stuff. Now then, are the roses median? There we are. They are wonderful, I tell you. So there we have it. Who's tapping the dollar? Yes, somebody's tapped the dollar, have they? Let me see. Tap the dollar at the bottom of the YouTube. Now, I don't think anybody's tapped it tonight, but in their day, people have tapped it big style. And we love that. Absolutely love that, I tell you. Now, who have we got here? What have we got here? My goodness me. Right, what have we got here? We've got everybody coming on. Kiwi's just joined us. Kiwi, how lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you, hang on, I'm just going to have to sort some people out. There we go. That's that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And there we are. Lovely, lovely. And we can sort that out when they sort themselves out. Fantastic. Now then, do you have coffee linked on here, Scotty? No earshot, but I'll tell you, you can buy me a pie if you're feeling flush, but not too flush. And I got a lovely somebody said, there you are. That's for a pie and a cup of tea, because all these wee bits and pieces help with the lies. You know, it's very, very good. I tell you. What's your thoughts on the Scottish town of Kirkcaldy? Like all Scottish towns, I feel so sorry for it because it's suffered under about 40, 50 years of Tories. I know we had the New Labour in, but they were Tories as well. And am I not right in thinking one of the prime ministers was from Kirkcaldy? Kirkcaldy should be boom town. Everywhere in Scotland should be booming. That's the reason I'm no great nationalist. Gordon Brown went to my high school, says Pandy TikTok. Amazing Pandy TikTok. Yes, indeed. Loving the cap. Oh, thank you very, very much. No, all Scottish towns, this is why I would like independence, but I would settle for Scotland keeping its income and trading internationally, right? And leave the rest of the UK just now until we've rebuilt the Scottish economy. And if independence didn't work out, we could then say to Westminster, would you have us back? And you can rob us blind again for another 317 years. There you go. I tell you. Right, what have we got here? A shout out for my friend Brendan, who's suffering from industrial dryness. His term for being thirsty for a cider. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful YouTubers have gone down and clicked the thumbs up. Carnarvon used to be the home of linoleum. It was massive. I can remember just after the ferries stopped when the Forth Road Bridge opened. And you crossed the Forth Road Bridge, and not very far up, you could smell the linoleum factories in Kirkcaldy. As God is my witness, am I right or am I 100% correct? Does everybody know that? Guys, how many subscribers have we got on the YouTube channel? Can you tell me, please? Have you ever been to Ballantrae, Scotty? No. But yes, what am I talking about? Yes, I have been to Ballantrae. What am I talking? No, of course I have. Down in Ayrshire, beautiful village. In fact, I'm actually going to come to Ballantrae soon. And I might even do a wee video in Ballantrae. Have you ever seen Scottie McClue's visit to Port Glasgow? So I might do the same round about Scotland. Have you ever been to Dunoon? I don't know about Dunoon, but yesterday I was at Dunoon. And if you look at the TikTok videos, you'll see the moon over the River Clyde, Moon River. Have you been to Livingston? Many a time. The Lizzie Bryce roundabout. And of course, I passed Livingston every night when I worked in Top 107 in Edinburgh. Have you been to Cumnock? Many a time. We love Cumnock. Do you know Scares? There we are. It's a brilliant word, that. I worked in Tinnabruch. I know Tinnabruch very, very well. Yes, indeed. There used to be a big house, and well, I would imagine it's still there, called Craigan Gower. Does anybody know Craigan Gower in Tinnabruch? There we are. Scotty, I can't get through. Kareem, I don't know why. It hasn't flashed up. So there you are. Do give it a shout. Although, well, we're 40 minutes up. We've got plenty of time. Guys, I need more followers. I need another 85 followers. Yes, that was right. I said 85, didn't I? Wonderful. 85 of you following on the TikTok, and share the TikTok. Have you been to Beijing? No, I haven't been to Beijing. My family in Livingston, but I'm up in Rattray at Blair Gowrie. You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Scotty's, Kareem, how are you doing?
Kareem, how could you not get through? Because it hadn't rung.
I phoned earlier on a couple of times. It just came on, but I got something. I thought, I'm going to try again, and excellent, I've gotten through.
Oh, wow. Lovely to hear you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Scotty, and yourself. How are you?
Oh, absolutely outstanding. How's the chest, Kareem? Because I know you were having a tough time.
Yes, no, they took my antibiotics and steroids and that, and for the time being, it's cleared. So let's hope that continues.
Let's hope that continues. Big start, because of course we're into the winter now. Always a tricky time.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Now then,
a wee question about you've had Labradors quite a few times in your life.
Yes.
And I didn't know this because I love dogs, as you know. And one of my friends, it was his 40th last night, actually, I couldn't phone in.
Right.
He has a Labrador puppy. It's about 9 months. But Beautiful. This breeder breeds them that they're actually small. I didn't know if you knew about that. It's like they're not proper big ones. I didn't know that.
Right. If you're looking at the picture of Lord Reith behind me, I'll just put my head to the side. He was huge, not fat. Very big and slim, but huge. You've seen him in pictures. But Clyde was tiny. Clyde was tiny. Right. He was like a miniature lab. You know, lovely wee guy. Yeah. No, and you know, some of the breeding is beautiful these days.
Yes. I didn't know you can get miniature Labradors, but it's absolutely beautiful nature.
Well, Clyde wasn't miniature, but he was a small lab. But he's the smallest I've ever seen.
Right.
But he was just adorable and a genius.
The woman, I don't know who she is, but she's bred small Labrador, so it could come from that line. Yes, might well have, but very, very, very lovely and very loving. I never even, in 14 and a half years, I never saw Clyde's teeth in anger. And he had beautiful teeth. Yeah. And all he would do was give you a kiss. And the very last thing, before he died, I said, "Can Daddy have a kiss?" And the wee tongue gave him a wee kiss. It's going to get me in tears, Scott.
Oh, I know. It's tough. I shouldn't. It's a tough one. But that was him, and I heard his very last heartbeat.
But you were there with him. There's so many people when they take their dog to the vet that they just take it in the room and away they go. And they say they advise not for that because it even stresses the dog out even more before.
Yes. Well, the last thing he heard was my heart. I held his head to my heart, and that's what he used to listen to. He used to lie beside me, and he'd put his head on my chest and listen to my heart.
It's lovely memories, though, isn't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You can't be without it. So there we are. Alistair says Reith must have been gun dog pedigree because they're always bigger compared to a domestic lab. That's it. That's so sad, says Susan. I know. Over Rainbow Bridge, says Ayrshire Chick. Is that not lovely?
Yes.
So there we are. Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
Well, Scottie, before I go, there was a survey, a poll. I don't want to get too political on a Sunday night, but if it is going to, whenever the election is going to be, but I really think, and it's a wake-up call for the people of Scotland, because we get mistreated left, right and centre, but sometimes you have to think, do we deserve it? Because at the end of the day, Scottie, I make apologies what I'm going to say, but there really are so many thick people that actually live in this beautiful country.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, very, very underdeveloped intelligence.
Yeah.
Very low IQ, I think. They're really not seeing. They also remember people aren't used to seeing the big picture because all their lives have been brought up to trust politicians.
Yeah.
And if the politician is very, very good, he will win trust. I mean, look at Churchill. Now, you can say what you like about Churchill, but he was an incredible politician and he could persuade people to do things.
Yeah.
And he was flying by the seat of his pants. He had to go cap in hand to America, and America didn't treat him very well at all.
No. They probably didn't understand English politics or English.
Well, he was trying to get. I mean, he made an incredible speech. You'll have heard it. People say if we were a chicken, they'd wring our neck. Some chicken, some neck. He made this speech to Congress in America. And he got on very well with Truman and with Roosevelt, but they weren't forthcoming with the money. He really had to beg to defeat the Nazis, and then he wanted to go on and take Russia because he thought Russia was going to start invading Europe. I mean, how right was he? But they didn't back him. They thought, no, listen. You're going to bankrupt the whole lot of us. We've had 6 years of war. And being an aristocrat, he wasn't good at managing his own personal finances. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't. So running a country and looking at the finances of the country.
Well, Scottie, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Hello.
Sorry. Sometimes I get a phone call and it cuts out.
It cuts out. Well, the line is gone. The quality is gone in the line. So we'll say DINKY-DOO.
I've phone back message. I just wanted to make my final point. That's okay.
Lovely. Yes, of course it is. So there we are. That's it. That's Kareem. Fantastic stuff. Ever thought the pass on only here a short time? They're waiting to create when it's our time and we reunite forever. I will always believe that. Alistair, brilliant. You're live at Scotty's phone in.
Hello, Scottie.
Hello, who's that?
It's me, the big man, Colin.
Oh, yes, Colin, what can we do for you, lad?
I'd like to ask you about your statement about Churchill.
Yes.
And how he was he was able to manipulate people into doing what he liked.
Yes, he was.
And how he could convince people,
Yes, he did.
Did that not also go for Hitler?
Yes. Yes, I think the two of them, they were well matched as world leaders. But Hitler got beaten by Churchill.
Well, I mean, a part of me likes to think that, Hitler maybe wasn't that bad of a guy. Now, hear me out, Scottie. Actually hear me out here. This man, for the horrible things he'd done, he also done a lot of good for Germany.
Yes, he brought in autobahns. He brought in the Volkswagen.
Exactly.
The cars for the people. Yeah, all these things. Oh, listen, the British were absolutely in love with Hitler before it came out what he'd been doing. And there's a school of thought, you're right, and this will be as unpopular as you and I will be unpopular after this discussion, but the school of thought was that they should have turned the guns on Russia and backed Hitler.
I mean, I think that would probably been the smartest thing they could do. And a part of me actually thinks that, Hitler's beliefs weren't really that bad. if you think about it.
Yeah, but his
people
actions,
Jews, I feel like that would be
his actions,
the most ideal scenario, you know? I feel like that would work perfectly out.
No, I don't think we're going to have that one. We'll have to let you go on that one. So there we are. But up until he came out with that, he was actually keeping it on an even keel, the discussion. Dinky-Doo, absolutely. Good evening, Scotty boy. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Now, have we got a busy night tonight, guys? It quenched his thirst, Scotty. Absolutely, Noreg. Kareem is a terrible signal. Well, I think his signal went bananas. He got a call. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I ask you. And go down to the bottom left and give me a thumbs up. Lots of lovely people doing it, I tell you. Now, who have we got here? Scotty, can I get a shout out to Cameron? Cameron, of course you can. Have you ever been to Milport? I played the fiddlestick and got 60 quid. What football team do you support? Oh, a whole variety of football teams. You're live with Scottish Fun, and who's that?
Hello, Scotty. Ching Ching.
Ching Ching, how are we, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
One or two dafties on there. The last one was actually making a little bit of headway until he came out with the nonsense at the end.
Yeah.
They always finish themselves off, these people, you know.
So, Scotty, I'm thinking about joining the British Army. What do you think about that?
Well, Chim Chim, why do you want to do that?
Because most of my family are in it.
Right. Okay. So that you know what you're going into.
Yeah, the Royal Scots.
Right. No, but I mean, you know what you're going into.
Yes.
Yes, you understand what it's all about because the family have told you. Have you discussed it? Are the family pro it?
I've discussed it with everyone and they all think I should as well.
Well, Ching Ching, I leave the decision with you because it is your decision. It is your life and it's important.
Yeah.
Yes?
Plenty of money in it as well.
Well, I'm sure you'll get a living and a bright man like yourself will move up through the ranks.
And I also want to support the Crown.
You want to support the Crown. Top man. I said you. Lovely to hear you, Ching Ching, and a big Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
Keep us in touch with what you're up to.
That's fine.
Thanks, Lala. There we are. That's our Ching Ching. You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Hello? Nobody. There we go. Nobody phoning. If you've just joined us, please, as I say, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube. We need lots more followers. I need another. I'll settle for 84 followers. That would be amazing. Good evening, Sir Scotty Gideon. How lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Excellent stuff. So lovely to hear from you, sir. You're so cute, says Callum. Thank you, Callum. Very, very kind of you, I say to you. Guys, get following on the TikTok up to the top left. Click the plus. You're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, I'm Derek.
Derek, lovely to hear you. What can I do for you, sir?
I was wondering if you would know anything about the boats coming to the UK recently.
About the what?
The boats coming to the UK. What do you make of the immigrants coming?
The boats coming into the UK. Well, I don't know why they don't stop them. I mean, immigration per se is good for a country. You look at America, but it needs to be controlled, and we need to know who's coming in. You can't just wander up the beach random and get yourself a lifestyle.
That's crazy. I completely agree. Scotty, I was wondering, have you ever had sexual intercourse with Nat?
Well, I wouldn't know, actually. So there you are. There, you mustn't judge everybody by yourself. Now then, what have we got here? How about we tune, Scotty, says Alistair. Do you know, Alistair, I was just thinking maybe we should give everybody a wee tune on the squeeze box, but we need to ask everybody if that's what they would like. So there we go. I say to you. Now, who we got here? Here's Gillian's just on. Gillian or Gillian? I would ask you. Very important, I say to you. Michael, row the boat ashore. Michael, row the boat ashore on the accordion. I don't know how that would go. Dinky-Doo, good Sir Gideon. So lovely to hear with you, and excellent stuff, I say. More followers, please, on the TikTok. If you've got a TikTok account, you should be following Scottie McClue, because there's no reason not to. If you are on the YouTube channel, can we have subscribers, please? There we go. Faith of Our Fathers, Chris. Faith of Our Fathers. Dee, 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 dee. Lovely, lovely tune. I say to you. Now, I'm just having a look. 5 minutes. We might just have enough. A1, of course. Please, can we have the squeeze box? Remember, we and the radio and the Neds would phone up and scream obscenities. Well, Simon, we've still got an element of that, as you heard. Tommy Scott or Jimmy Shan, total legends, the pair of them. Fantastic. Both Scottish legends. There is the squeeze box. Would you like a tune? I ask you. What do we got? Hang on, I'll just turn that off. There we are, better. There you go, guys. We tuned in the squeeze box. Did you like that? I ask you. Fantastic stuff. Now then, sorry about the phone ringing and spoiling the tune at the start, but we got through it. You're on fire, Scotty. That was nice. Dinky-Doo, says Magnus. Did you like that? Absolutely. This show is great, says Chris. Chris, you're very, very kind. You're all very kind. And thank you for all your kindness. Get onto the YouTube channel, folks. You'll see it in the URL on the TikTok, up at the bio. Just tap it, subscribe, come and join us. I listened to your Scott FM 10 o'clock 40 years ago from NHMP Palmont. You kept me sane. Boydie, I hope you're okay and doing well and that you have got your life on track. Brilliant, of course. Gideon, I thank you. Gideon is in South Africa, and someday Gideon and I are going to have a braai. But there will be no rice. It will be steaks, Gideon. Am I right? Steak and egg. So there we have it. Fantastic. We love it. Now we're just about out of time. One more hour, please, says Chris. Chris, I would love to do an hour, but the TikTok limits you to 1 hour. And that's it. That's all you actually get if you're going to download the lives later. But we will build this up. I just need followers and subscribers. I used to listen to you on the radio. It was cranking it. Of course, I thank you and Dinky-Doo, everybody. Gonna have to go. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. One more chance. Ta-ta. Ah, fantastic. Lovely, lovely, and beautiful, beautiful YouTubers. As I say, please spread the word. Watch every video, share every video, subscribe to the channel, and come and join us. We will build this so that you just love it. Scottie McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. One more chance. Here we go. Ta-ta.